All right, man. HYBE, hopefully I'm saying this right. HYBE acquires QC Quality Control music label. Coach K, Kevin Lee, and Pierre Thomas, I think his name is, or sorry if I mispronounced it. Sold the label for $300 million, $250 in cash, and $50 million. Sorry, I got my computer here. At work, $50 million in stock. So apparently HYBE is already in the music business. They're a Korean company. I think North Korea, I could be wrong. But check out the Music Entertainment playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, subscribe button, it's the bell icon button. I believe they already have acts. They deep in the pop world. Demi Lovato, Justin Bieber, Ariana Grande. I think Tim McGraw was on the list. So they wanted to get into the hip hop game, and obviously Quality Control. They had the Migos, had their long-standing beef with Offset, of late, and that's the label, Lil Baby. And they're distributed through Universal Music Group. Apparently, the HYBE, they already have a relationship with Universal Music Group. So, Pierre Thomas, I think his name is Coach. I don't know. We're gonna call him P. Said that that should make the transition seamless for them. I guess they still, gonna be working with Quality Control. Usually that's how it is. Then UFC gave up, so the UFC with Dana White still run it. So I think that'll kind of be the thing, and also they would have ownership in the overall HYBE group. So they got ownership, $50 million ownership, and $250 in cash. So I mean, that's what they want to do. A lot of people, you see a lot of these black musicians selling their music, selling their catalog for cash. A lot of these, you gotta think about, if I can get $200-300 million, some people say ain't lying about the worth of the deal. Okay, it could be an exaggeration, but I ain't here to say who lying or who not, and I ain't really here to count nobody pockets. But you start talking about money, up there, and you 50, 45, 50 years, 50, 60, 70 years old. I mean, you ain't got too much longer to go. You ain't taking half of your life. So you rather just cash out right now and keep a little bit of ownership and keep some of your catalog, keep some cash, keep flowing through and go and do other stuff. But remember that dude from Power? I forget his name. The black guy from Power was mad when Swiss Beats and Timberland sold Versus. You gotta understand, man. That's what a lot of new companies is doing. They building up companies. They're building up internet businesses, selling them, doing it again. That's just the way of business right now. You build up an internet business, you sell it. That's drop shipping. That's what's crazy in drop shipping. You build it up to a successful business. You do all the hard work. Then you sell it and you do it again. And not only you keep, building these companies up, you making money, you know what I'm saying, but also you getting cashed out at the end of the day. It's kind of no different than contracting, honestly. You just got people who don't want to do the work themselves. They lazy. It's no different than retail, too. That don't want to do their work, they lazy, and guess what? You offering a service. I'm gonna charge you for the labor, I'm gonna charge you for the material, and I'm gonna do the service. You're gonna pay me for it. It's really pretty much not that too much different. And retailers, some people that sell clothes or create shirts, anybody can do it, but don't nobody actually want to do the grunt work of coming up with designs, the creations, the machines, the network, the promoting, the marketing, all the stuff you need to do, and it becomes successful. Guess what? My brand is successful. Somebody else want to buy it. The price is right. Cool. Then you got situations like my man that jumped off the Golden State Bridge after he sold Victoria's Secret, and it became a big business. He sold it for $1 million, and then like a year later it was worth like almost $100 million or something like that. And he jumped off the Golden State Bridge, bro. So but like I said, they still have an integral part, and they have a bigger interest in the overall HYBE company as well too. But we create it, we sell it or they take it. There ain't no difference. If you don't sell it, they gonna take it. People on the front why like that ain't going on in the business world. They do. They don't want us to own nothing. There's never been a black person to own a major distributor in music. Quality Control is an imprint. They need Universal to distribute their music on a major level. Now you say, well, they not even distributing CDs anymore and 8 tracks and cassette tapes. No, But if if you want the push on the radio, you want the marketing, all the record companies, the major distributors are all tied in with the radio companies, and the television company. All that's tied into one. So if you want your song to go number one, if you want to be a superstar, all that's tied in. All is tied in. So you need a push. You need somebody to get you through the door. And a lot of times they use the imprints to get the talent in the door. Imprints, they probably gonna try to finesse you for finesse you. And the major label, the major distributor gonna finesse you too. So they probably gonna try to take your publishing, take your masters, put you in a 360 deal, give you some money up front, and make all their money on the back end. Only way you make out if you don't pop off. So ain't no money in the music game. Rihanna ain't become wealthy off her music. She came wealthy off her fame. Her fame took her to buy, doing shoes and makeups and lingerie and all that. It's your fame. That's your most valuable thing that you got as a musician and as a star. It's your fame. Because once you sell your catalog, your masters, man, it's a wrap. You come into the game in debt because you got to pay for studio time. And a lot of these kids got studio time. They still getting jerked. A lot of these dudes got their own studio, sound good. They mix it on their phone, they mix it in the computer, and it's good. But you still need a major distributor to syndicate you across the country, syndicate you across the world. You still need that. You still need that. You still need it. So yeah, it's, I remember Sam Cooke. I always tell the story. Sam Cooke and James Brown were about to, purchase. I forget which one it was. They about to be the first black major distributors, owners, and Sam Cooke ended up, dead. And James Brown pulled out the deal. You got to remember, James Brown had a jet in the 70s, 80s. He had a jet. Sam Cooke, he was selling his music to white companies, white music groups too, but he had ownership. So when you able to own something, you got power. And Master P always preached that through ownership is the only way. But you only can go so far. You only can go so far in the business world, bro. At some point, your ownership can only go so far. It's a reason why you see Jeff Bezos, you see, certain billionaires get as far as they can. They can go as far as they can. And why you don't see a lot of black people sitting at that table, and the black people that can sit at that table, they're usually from Africa. And they don't know how much they worth. Or they usually stay silent and don't say nothing. So it's a reason, like the brother that bought Morehouse, that paid off Morehouse tuition. Then they investigate him and all that type of stuff. And, only so much you can do, bro. Because, then they gonna come for you, and then the very same people that you was trying to help, they gonna be the ones that take the material, and they gonna be the ones that do the hands-on job. They gonna give you the material, they gonna sway you through the media. You know what I'm saying? They gonna do all that, and your own people gonna be the ones that actually do the grunt work. They actually gonna be the ones that deliver the death blow. So yeah, you in that industry, you ain't got no choice as a brother or a sister but to build it up and flip it. That's all you got, and then take ownership into the company that purchased it. So, and still run it and still get paid. You got no other choice. Unless you're gonna go over to Africa and do something. But when you get into music, you only allowed to do what you only they're gatekeepers in music. They only allow you got to go through the rites of passage tradition, but you only can do what you're allowed to do. And once you get somebody the control, once you get somebody the power, to be able to control you, once you sell out, once you buy in to get through those gates, Kanye thought he was all powerful. Kanye thought he was the exception. And look how quick they hit the reset button on they froze his accounts and hit the reset button on his life. You can't give up control and think you still got ownership. How can you own when you gave up control of yourself? So you don't own yourself. So at the end of the day, that's why I always say, just give me the money, and I don't want to be famous. Just give me my money, and I can live a low-key lifestyle. Because you hear all these stories, the Ali Vegas, research that story. Right on YouTube, Ali Vegas interview. You know when you see it. You know, I was talking to somebody the other day, was saying, you know, his cousin was saying he made all these beats and he was good, but he said you can't get into the industry without the gatekeepers, and they right. Even in the digital era, they are regulating who gets airplay, who gets video play. They regulating all that already. And they gonna put it into play where they gonna regulate the internet, who get hits legally, and ain't gonna be nothing nobody gonna do about it. It's gonna be censorship. But hey, so congratulations to them, bro. Hopefully, you know, they got their other side endeavors on there, and they continue to build and help as many artists. But you know, people say, well, they did the Migos wrong. That's business. They did this, they did that. The music industry is a business in general. Capitalism is a dirty game. And the music industry is even more dirtier. So that's part of the game. You know, you just seeing it, you know, on you know, for the, you know, because they can go back and forth with people that you know P, you know Coach K, you know, but when they go back and forth with a name drop John Doe from Universal Records or Bethy B from Def Jam, the line go over your head, or the disc go over your head. So it is what it is. Let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Appreciate the love and support, man. Y'all supporting the channel. Thumbs up the video. Hit the music entertainment playlist for more videos like this. Congratulations to P and Coach K. Hit the link tree. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon. I'm literally everywhere. So I appreciate y'all support. Do me a favor. Thumbs it up. Hit the link tree. Find me everywhere. And share the video. Peace.